This plant stand has elegant appearance and minimalist style. Its round top has no limitations upon the shape of the planter, and stool legs keep the plants off the floor to protect surfaces underneath. You can use those cedar picket leftovers, or you could just use some 3/4 material you have laying around the shop. This way, you make sure you have enough seating for all of your friends. Since dimensional lumber and picket scraps are the first to hit my burn bin, I'm going to see how many of these stools I can make with one single picket. Additionally, if you guys are making them out of 3/4 inch material, just know everything is the same. The cuts, the sizing, everything is an exact match to what we are about to make, with the addition of one minor adjustment at the end, which we'll cover a little later on. First, I added up my legs and bracing lengths, plus a few extra inches, and cut that section of my picket on my miter saw. Then, setting my table saw to 7/8 of an inch, I was able to get 5 strips to create my legs and bracing. Given my picket's width, 5 strips is roughly 7/8 of an inch. 4 strips would have given me 1 1/4 inch legs, and that seemed bulky. Here is where things get awkward, because those legs and bracings all are cut at funky angles. My first cut is at 15 degrees, with the boards up like this. Slice off the end and cut 4 pieces at 4 1/2 inches. You do not need to flip the boards around, since you want both cuts to make it look like a parallelogram. Next, we set the saw to 45 degrees and tilt the saw to 15 degrees. Cut 2 pieces at 4 inches long so the angles are opposite. Our final cut, we reset back to 90 degrees up and down and angle the saw to 10 degrees. Lay the board flat and cut 2 pieces at 2 7/8 of an inch. Back to the top leftover piece of picket, I measure the width and divide it in half. Grab my compass or a round container that's close to the width and trace out a circle. You can cut them out using a jigsaw or bandsaw. Cedar is very lightweight and porous wood, and this is cut like a breeze. With my first circle ready to go, I use it to trace the remaining circles to save my compass pencil a little work. Few quick things before we get started. Number one, we'll get to the nice stool that is in the thumbnail picture in a minute. I'm pretty mad at him. Number two, it is crazy storming outside, so you might hear thunder. The lights might go out. I don't know what's going to happen. That's not what's going on outside. What's going on outside is torrential rain, guys. Torrential freaking rain in a big scary cloud. So let's build one. First off, we've got the 4 pieces for our legs. I've got the 2 crazy compound angles for the bracing, and then 2 corrected, you guys don't know the difference, 5-degree pieces. I originally filmed it as 10s. They are 5 degrees to make the little bracing piece for the centers. So with these pieces, our first step is to take these legs and turn them so that the little 15-degree cut is facing up. I take these, I just take a combination square, I smash them together, measure in 3/4 of an inch, make a mark, and then I come in here and draw a very light scored line. A little bit darker than that though, I don't have that good a vision. Score a little line on there, 3/4 inches up from that bevel. So with these guys, if I flip this guy over to help me, you are going to take the crazy compound angles. We are going to use this section here, and we are putting it so the smaller cut top faces the larger space on your leg, and then I'm going to line the bottom up with that line and put this corner to the corner. You'll have a little bit extra hanging over here. You'll have a little bit off right there, but that is what we're going to do. And then this piece, same thing. Pop him right there, get him in line, and then you have your first bracing piece, and we're going to make 2 of these. All right, so throw some glue onto here, and then again, it just goes in this corner and smashes down on top of that line. With this, we're going to take our brad nailer. I Picked this up for 30 bucks at Harbor Freight. Has changed my life dramatically. It uses pin nails, which actually do not have heads like a brad nail. So when you fire them into a project, you don't see any of the nails that you'd shot into it. You can use it for temporary holds. You can use it to put smaller things together. It's all around, I'm glad I bought one. 30 bucks, go pick one up. They're awesome. For these, I try to fire straight down into the meat of my bracing piece, because I don't want the nail to shoot all the way through my leg and into my workbench, and then you're going to see it on the other side. So, yeah, I see you don't visit. If you guys would like to comment how many nails you think this project is going to take, go ahead and pop it in the comments. Our trusty nail counter is back. He will count those nails for us as we move along. Then we're going to take our other piece, same thing. Line it up in the corner, and then line it up on the bottom. I'm using a 3/4 inch pin nail. I will upgrade to a 1 inch pin nail a little bit down the road, and I'll tell you when that happens. There is one of our bracing pieces, so we are going to repeat that step for this one. And now we have 2 completed little bracing pieces. Now, moving forward, I'm going to get this glue off the counter. Now, this piece of bracing goes up against this piece, and you'll have a little bit of a gap, and that's okay, because once you flip it over, you really don't see them. So we are going to apply glue to this end. Do not apply glue to the opposite end. Just like that. And I squish them into place. Flip them around. Make sure you don't mess this up. Then I fire 1 nail. Ooh, nope. All right, now is when I upgrade to the 1 inch nails. So take that out. Got a cool little spinny knob. That's fun. Pop in a 1 inch, just because with this being 5/8 of an inch, you won't get a lot of bite with a 3/4 inch. So I'm going to upgrade to the 1 inch nail. Put this piece back. Again, the shorter side will face up. Put them like so. Blast a nail into them. I check him to make sure that everything is square and straight how I want him to look. And then I put the other nail in. Wipe off some of this extra glue we got spilling out everywhere. Repeat for this other side, then we'll do the top. And we're starting to get the bracing for underneath. Now with this, I'm going to apply glue to these 2 sides. Squish them into place. Pop them in like that. I do hold this one together. When I fire those, there's our bracing. While everything is kind of glued and a little bit able to flex and move around, I do just give them a gentle wiggle to make sure that all of these touch, so that way you don't get a wobbly stool. Now we're just going to add the top. If you guys wanted to router out, a nice round over or a chamfer or something like that, you could make it up a little bit fancier. I'm just going to leave them all plain Jane. Put glue on the tops of all of those. I flip them over. Center them best I can. You can make the wood grain match, or you can have the wood grain off. That is entirely up to you, being your project. So we pop them on like that, just to kind of get everybody centered where I want them. Flip them back over, and then I fire one just at an angle. I don't try to go straight on these. Just kind of at an angle lined up with one of the legs. Like so, just so I don't get a nail shooting through the bottoms. And there's another completed stool. And we're just going to repeat that for the last 3. To build a 3/4 inch material beauty, you have to make one adjustment because the thickness is a little bit bigger. And that is, while this one, the 45-degree angle fit inside of our 7/8 of an inch leg, just because of, sizing and math, it fits inside of there very well. Now, this one did not because we jumped up to a 3/4 inch material, so it made that 45 degree longer than 7/8 of an inch. So could you beef up the 7/8 of an inch to, 1.25 inches or something? You could. I didn't like how the legs ended up, and I am super satisfied with how this guy actually came out with these little lines. So to create the legs for this one, everything actually is all the same. The only difference is these two pieces in the center. Now, to create these, what you're going to do is same thing with your angle cut, draw your 3/4 of an inch, but instead of lining up the outside to put on your line, you're going to actually line up the inside measurement. So instead of this outside long corner, you're going to go with the inside short corner. So you're going to put this edge right here, put them on your line. Again, you'll have a little bit of a gap. Nothing that's going to be over dramatically, going to lose the woodworking championships there. But you're going to line it up on that line, pop him right there. We're good. We don't need more nail counts. Take a break. So now the inside line is lined up, but you have this little sticker that comes out the outside. And all I did for these is I just took them over to the belt sander, sanded them off flush. If you wanted to cut them off or just sand them off by hand, you can. And what you are left with are these cool little inlets that kind of cut into the project and add a really elegant design. I like this one a lot. And right after I'd made this, I was like, am I going to have to re-record the entire video because I'd rather build one of these? Sure, but it follows all the same principles that this build did. So follow the steps for this to make one of these. I did add that little chamfered 45 degree top to it just to make it nice. You could, again, add a round over, makes it more stooly looking, but walnut, black walnut, and I'm not sure what this is. It's not aspen because it's heavy. It might just be a white oak. Not sure. It's in the scrap bin. And you make a super adorable little stool, or blast a whole bunch out with pickets. Once you clear coat or stain these guys up, should look pretty nice. And cause it means no worries for the rest of your days. Guys, what are we talking about? Guys, I wanted this to explode and I kicked the table. This thing's holding my weight. Look, you see that? Hey everybody, thank you so much for checking out this content. My goal is to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of 2024. So a like would be greatly appreciated. And for the 70% of viewers who are not yet subscribed, go ahead and click on that beautiful man right there. So that way you're not missing out on awesome content like this in the future. Again, thank you so much. All right, it's over. The video's over. You can watch another one if you'd like. Bye.